Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to ReZero Season 3, Episode 16, the last episode of this season. And the arc, I'm pretty sure. So, man, it always gets me a little bit sad. Even if we know now this time is different than the other two seasons, that we have confirmed we're gonna have a new season uh, sometime relatively soon. I'm still quite saddened that we have to say goodbye for now. But yeah, okay. Episode 15. Where to start? Well, so last time the first thing I talked about was Reinhardt and his mental state in regards to how he sees himself right now. Because of what just happened with his family. And yeah, the way that he came back in episode 15, hitting Felix's skull for help. Like, even if, you know, Felix had no idea what Reinhardt was going through, this is still, well, it's another sign to Reinhardt to not be Reinhardt the person, but just be the Sword Saint, because that's where people find value in him, unfortunately. Not always, of course, but he can't see that right now. And I don't blame him. But yeah, even if usually he'd be able to be good at masking his emotions and keeping a neutral face, you can definitely see he's upset right now. But yeah, we can't see his eyes, but we can see his mouth, and it's definitely going down. And in the last shot we see of the scene, we see the other three closer to each other in the foreground, kneeling down, almost like paying their respects to him, but also like, oh, they're able to put their guard down now that he's here, but he can't. You know, so the Sword Saint is there to help alleviate everyone's worries and exterminate monsters, but who helps him? You know, who alleviates his worries? So yeah, uh, hopefully, uh, him resignating to just uh, sinking more and more into this role and feeling like that's the only thing that's available to him. Like, I really hope this is just a very temporary, but yeah, very natural sequence of events. Not events, but like emotions that Reinhardt is going through. Okay, so in regards to Al, like pointing his sword at Anastasia, being so sure that she can't use magic, it's like, that's a little suspicious. Like, where did he get that information that he's so sure, you know? I'm just saying. Because, like, if she just hid from everyone the full capability of her actually being able to fight, I'd say that's pretty reasonable. Not wanting to show all your cards to potential not foes, but the candidates could be antagonists to each other in the future. That's for sure. So, like, that's completely understandable from Anastasia's point of view and the other candidates, but only Al sees it as this really big thing. Why? You know? Okay, so we don't really get an answer in regards to, like, oh, was Anastasia Hoshin always able to use magic? Or did she just acquire it recently? Because I don't think it's a double or someone posing as her. But regardless, even though we know Al, well, it's assumed that he's able to kill if it comes to it, ends justify the means because of Capella calling him out on killing the people that might know where the witch's remains are. He still backs off when Felix puts himself between Anastasia and him and actually draws blood from him. So I guess he didn't feel the threat was big enough to continue that. Also, yeah, Capella confirmed that killing her wouldn't fix Krish's condition, which is pretty bad. Also, it seems like she was able to accomplish what she came here to do, but obviously we don't exactly know. It's kind of left vague. So she leaves because the gospel tells her to, and she brings it out from her own flesh. So I think this might be her gospel, but it could also just be part of her skin making it look like her gospel. Also, it's pretty clear that Al has some kind of like ability triggered by him dying, but we don't know more than that. And the line where he says like, I can't love anyone, I think this is definitely like him having some sort of like self-esteem issues created by a traumatic event in the past, probably related to the way he how he just reacted and interacted with the whole Subaru making the speech and taking in everyone's expectations of him being a hero. Because I think he's lived that before and failed quite a he had quite a big failure on that. Okay, so now for the gluttonies. Roy definitely hates Joshua, and we get a glimpse of Joshua's true feelings towards his brother. Because I really do think the gluttonies can just really get into the deepest thoughts and emotions of the people they eat through their memories. And that's also why they're so effectively able to act like them. Or at least it's like some sort of imitation. I don't think that the people inside them are actually speaking through them. And also they're able to use any kind of fighting ability that the person they ate had, which is a pretty big problem. And the water magic that Roy used might be from a person that Ricardo knew. Maybe a romantic partner of sorts, just from the way that Roy is talking there. Also, this is the most that we've ever seen Julius lose his composure. Like, he was so angry. He had to bite down on his lip until it bled, even though he had no idea why he was so upset. He just couldn't remember, but something deep inside him was able to tell, you know, just like almost a body reflex. Even if his mind can't catch up, his body feels it. But we live off that scene with Julius being told by Roy through Joshua, ? That's why he hated him so much. So we'll see if we go more into that. But someone sheds blood and we don't know who that is. Then we got Lai too. A lot of emphasis in how young he looks. So I don't know, either he is actually young, like maybe a teenager, a young teen, or he has lived a long life, but he just looked like that, either because of the witch factor or some other circumstance. And also we see that he's covered in scars on his back, and that could be related to why he's so mistrustful of merchants. We also see the way that he erases someone's existence. This guy Hicks, or at the very least, it looks like he took both the name and the memory here. But since the guy doesn't really wake up after that. Yeah, he touches him in the chest, I think. And then licks the hand that did it. So maybe the lick is mandatory. We don't know. But Otto seems to think he only needs to touch you, which I'm not so sure of that. But yeah, he starts messing with Dinus, because it seems they had a real connection, a real old connection. And he mentions two names. Not your fault you couldn't protect Miriam and Mary. Now, someone in the comments told me that the second name is supposed to be Mei Li, which is kind of a big thing to mistranslate. So that's an established character that was kind of important in season 2. So if she really is Dinus's daughter, that makes this guy more relevant than we could have thought. So yeah, I wonder if we're ever going to find out the backstory there. But Otto makes some good thinking and just gets annoyed at how nobody ever seems to remember him. Lai mentions Rue again, so I'm guessing Rue is the main one. And they sent Roy and Lai. So they're either doing something on the side, either like trying to get the witch's remains, or just maybe they're the weakest one and that's why they have to stay back. But we get Betty here, and that's when we get Lai making Rem's introduction. because that's where he would know Beatrice's name. And I really like Beatrice's reaction. This is the one person we cannot allow to see Subaru. Man, I love her relationship with Subaru. So she's teaming up with Otto, and that's where we left off. I think I covered most of the really big stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Now, to get on to the last episode. Oh, man. Also, I'm letting you all right now because I'm always transparent about spoilers. I saw a thumbnail of a reaction on YouTube of a character, a blonde character with spiky teeth. So I'm pretty sure that's Rui. So yeah, just letting you know all from the get-go. So if I'm not like, I've seen that before, that's why. Okay, subtitles on. All right. Oh, and it is a normal length episode, huh? Man, this is still so many unresolved things, I feel like, in this arc. Can they all really be tied nicely in one episode? I guess we'll have to see. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Acting like Rem again. Ooh, that's such a good line. What? That's a new spell? Oh no, that's the spell for flying, I think. Oh, did she get them from Kiritaka? Hmm. Okay. That's not a reason why. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh shit, okay. The strongest version of Minya? Oh, never mind. That was a good bluff. Damn! Insane quickness. E. Crap. Well, they're all fully gone. Yeah, okay, the licking seems to be necessary. Crap. That was a cool visual. Oh, okay, so he's aware they're allies. Oh, that's cool. Was that the spell that she used against Elsa in season 2, episode 11? Maybe. Oh, Shamaku. Yeah, Felt is back. Let's see if the media lives up to what they said. Ooh, nice hit. Surely that's not all there is to it. Is it gonna work? Huh. I mean, she's from the slums, so it's not the name she was born with. So that's what happens when he can't eat someone. Mm. Oh, oh, please work. Mm. Okay. Oh, did Echidna have something to do with this media? No wonder she knew how to use it. Yeah. Ooh, okay. He's definitely very injured. Dynasty. Oh, oh, what? Whoa! Oh, Oni-san. Definitely same speech pattern. This is not the character I saw. Unless... Oh, this is the character I saw. Rui, huh? Princess, huh? Right, that is her name. Because she deems it her real name. So, mm, hmm. Backing off. As that woman. But Pandora? Ooh, the music. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we're really no position to continue the fight. Damn. Okay. So, yeah, they retreated, but it doesn't feel like a victory. No, they're in front of the building where. Oh, finally they're reunited. Of course, that's true, that's true. No, my heart. Yeah. No, Anastasia. Yeah. Hey, what does that mean? Mm, I mean, yeah, no one's dead. Well, we haven't gotten back to Julius. We don't really know how he is. But would Anastasia be saying that if something was wrong? Unless he got his names or memory, his name eaten. Sorry. I'm glad Garfield is feeling good. Aw, cute! Finally, Mimi's up. Sure. Ah, no! Oh my god, Otto! Yeah, he has terribly injured. That was so brutal. Okay, good. No, 後立ちなんだろう. Ah, so it has come so far. Otto! He's such an MVP. Yeah, there's still really big info. Oh, captured! Oh, no way! I thought she got away! Hmm. So she's still treating Subaru like Betelgeuse? Mm. Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. She wouldn't care about. Oh, yeah. Mm. No, boy, she's too much. As you'd expect from an archbishop. But still. Thanks, Amelia. Oh, God. She's definitely tone deaf. Uh, she's able to tell at least that there's a difference. Oh boy. Are we sure we shouldn't kill her? There's no point in having her prisoner if she doesn't have any good info. Okay. Oh. Oh, same interaction from the short. Almost. He didn't say, I know that very well. Oh. Cool reaction from Emilia thanking him, too. Oh. He did it? Hmm. Same. Yeah, I'm of that opinion. Oh. What's his reason? Yeah. That's fair. Oh. Oh. Hmm. That role, huh? Oh, well, at least he's smiling, even if it seems like he's a bit of a fake politeness to it. I mean, we shouldn't assume that. But it's not like they can answer. Oh? Oh, by freezing them. Yeah. That's quite the statement. Hmm. Oh, she's really betting on that a lot. Thank you? Ooh, the way the light is coming in as she said that. Aight. Hey, the girls are here. Or some of them. Oh, Kiritaka. Hmm. This is definitely a helpful song. It makes sense with her divine protection. Okay. Hmm. No, Crush, man. This is the second arc that she's gotten the short end of the stick. Hey, I really wish I could have gotten to see Garth uh, give the two siblings back to her. Heiko, he's still holding on to it. Probably waiting to go back home and bury it with her. Hmm. Oh, I'm glad that we're getting an interaction between these two. I like the way that he phrased that. I wonder what he was gonna say before he corrected himself. Well, at least we have the crystal now. Which was the whole reason we came to Pristella in the first place. We're really getting the credits already? Okay. Yeah. Tina was kidnapped by Sirius. Yay. Okay, so we're ending on a uplifting note. Like usual. Hey, Ricardo. Oh my god, oh my god, where's Julius? Oh no! He lost a hand. Uh. He's surprised because Subaru remembers him, isn't it? freaking music playing while this is so heartbreaking? No. No freaking way we end the whole season, the whole arc like this. What? You're kidding me. Actually, you know what? Bro, this is giving me like... Oh, that legit made me teary-eyed. It's like if we'd had actually ended season 1 with the Who is Rem. Of course, we're a lot more familiar with how the Gluttony Authority works now. But yeah, this gave me that feel. God, bro, I'ma throw up. This is too much. What the fuck? The thing is, that's the reason why I kept asking for him from, like, I think it was very early on. I think it was when Anastasia said, like, oh, everyone is alright. But I feel like even before that, I was like, we haven't seen Julius. What happened to him? Because Nagatsuki was saving it for this. Wait, and of course we get the cruel ass title drop here. The result of the battle for Pristella. This is the result of that. Good lord, what? I mean, for one thing, this opens up so many possibilities for Julius's character going forward. And how his relationship with Subaru is gonna get so strong. Because he's gonna be his only lifeline now. He's the only one we've seen. We had Krush, who she lost her memories. But we hadn't gotten someone who only got their name erased. And here it is. Shit! I cannot believe we ended the arc like this! What kind of... Also, the freaking cheerful ass music while we were getting this reveal? That's crazy. I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. They're really gonna leave us like this as the last scene? That's crazy. But yeah, throughout the episode, I just kept thinking, where's Julius? Where's Julius? And like, things kept happening, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll just wait until they say something. Ooh, sneaky bastards. Also, oh man, yeah. Just... the most heartbreaking thing was definitely... it wasn't Subaru figuring and realizing what was going on. It was Julius's expression. When he said, Subaru, you know who I am? Oh man, he must have been so devastated and lost. Probably, yeah, a whole day probably of asking people. At this point, he must have gotten through at least a dozen. Be like, hey, X, you know who I am, right? Until he gave up and was just wandering around not knowing what to do with himself. Oh my god, there's other stuff to talk about, but Yeah, holy crap, that's one way to end it. Because like now what? Like Subaru obviously is gonna feel somewhat responsible for him because he's the only one that remembers him. But like how do you even start? Like how painful would it be? Is going to be that Subaru introduces him to Anastasia, and she has to be told this is your night, and all this. Same with the members of the Iron Fang. I mean, Ricardo must have been the first person that he was like, please, please remember me. But no matter what he did, it was not going to work. Also, are we finally going to start questioning why Subaru is the only one who remembers these people? Granted, it's like I said, not like I said, sorry. I saw someone say that it may be because Subaru has a close relationship with the people that have been affected by this ability. But I feel if we knew whether or not Subaru can remember Joshua, I feel like that would be an answer to whether that's true or not. Oh man, just also the long seconds where Emilia was trying to figure out, like, am I supposed to know this guy? And the drop of sweat from Julius as he gave up when Emilia didn't recognize him. Oh man. Yeah, okay. Man, this could be peak for Julius's character, but oh, this is gonna hurt like like so much. But okay. So we used the media on Lai because he wasn't able to eat felt, so he kind of like got weakened, and there was some drawback to it. And the media did get him pretty injured. So he was gonna give him the final blow, but Rui came in. Little sister, you know, having such a useless older brother makes a little sister's life pretty rough. So at first I was like, okay, all the Gluttonies are the same person, right? And that could still be the case. And we don't know if Rui is being like, oh, we're actually blood-related siblings. Or twins. Twins? Triplets, rather. But this seems to indicate that they're not all the same person. Even though they do refer to themselves as we. But that could be about, like, you know, all the people residing inside them. All three. The princess with a fake name. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you identify yourself. Like, you're not using a fake name intentionally. This is what you identify as your real name. The authority of gluttony does not recognize it as such. It has to be the one you were given as a baby. Whether it's by your parents or something like that. That's so shitty though. Okay. Basically, you know, They said, screw you, I'm dead naming you. Like, eesh. But that could be some cool themes about when we defeat all the gluttonies. We do it by the characters exerting their own agency over their own identities, you know? It doesn't matter what you think of my own name. This is who I am. And I don't give a crap about what you think defines me. Yeah, there could be some real cool stuff about it. Unfortunately, we had to wait for it. But yeah, we got the Betty and Subaru reunion, finally. They were pretty much separated the whole season. Despite their injuries, Garfield and Otto seem to be doing well. So no, so technically no really bad consequences for the Emilia party, but Julius is still a friend. It doesn't matter. Actually, like I said, that's gonna have some, like, the Subaru and Julius relationship is going to really evolve there, I feel like. Subaru finally recognizing Julius as a friend. But anyway, we got the questionnaire, the interrogation with Sirius. And we're keeping her alive, so I'm hoping we don't regret that in the future. Even if I understand where Subaru is coming from. Yeah, only thing we really got from Sirius, aside from something we the audience already knew from the shorts, is that she wants to basically revive Betelgeuse. What she say exactly? I'll witness his awakening from closer than anyone else. Yeah, so that's kind of vague. But the real info is that Gorman, foul feeding, and satiation are the, you know, Lai, Roy, and Roy? Probably? Will all attempt to take you away. Now we don't know why. The only one who seems to be obsessed with him is Lai because of Graham. But we should be wary of that. Interesting exchange we had with Al. He seemed a little surprised that someone didn't find it that a waste of time. And he says, "You sure do know how to make those fruits like you, huh?" I'm still like, it's not impossible. I'm still like, the Al is future Subaru theory, always in the back of my mind. Yeah, that little exchange between Beatrice and him as well. Interesting. But here, he doesn't seem to give anything away by saying, "Oh, good grief." Yeah, Emily thanks him for giving Subaru her message. Yeah, he has a bit of a reaction, like, he actually looks up to look at her. Just the tiniest bit. It's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're doing good too." But I wonder if there's something more to that. And like, you know, he feels more affection for her because of, he already knows them from somewhere else. And he has an existing relationship between them. Also, him asking, or basically, like telling Beatrice not to ask Al how he got the crystals really gives off Subaru echoes when he's like, okay, I know something, but I can't explain it because I used return by death, so just trust me. That's basically what that's giving off. But yeah, I don't think he's, you know, uh, black and white, like completely evil guy. Like he may have done some gray area stuff, but yeah, I don't think he's evil. But he has a lot of secrets that makes him suspicious. We got Felix, as usual, acting on emotion rather than trying to look at the situation in a more logical way. Not saying I blame him, more that he's bad because of it. Because I'm sure that if Subaru was in his position, he'd probably be acting very similarly. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't fault him for it. But it still reflects badly on his character. And not, character writing, but just on him as a person, always trying to prioritize Krush when there are more things at stake that we should be looking at. Also, yeah, Reinhardt, like, weighing on his opinion about Sirius. And the reason he gives is because it's the rare opportunity for the kingdom to learn about the witch's cult. And we should transport her to the capital and give her to the knights at once. Okay. So they're gonna give her to the knights. Yeah, that flew over my head. I was just much more focused on, like, oh, you know what? The way he's saying things, what does this say about Reinhardt's mental state right now? Yeah, and so he says he'll be the one to transport and escort Sirius back to the capital. And he seems to have gone back to his regular self. But that doesn't mean it's good. He's still bottling up a lot of things. He's just being better at it this episode than the last one. But I genuinely, I think it's, both, putting on a fake smile to appear reassuring to everyone else. But when he looks at Felt and sees how she's supporting his decision, I think that's also, there's part genuine in that as well. Like, he finds genuine happiness in her, being at his side and vouching for him when a lot of the time she's very much not along with what he says. So I think Felt is really helping on the way that Reinhardt is feeling right now. That doesn't mean, the way he's feeling about his identity. This doesn't mean he's fully healthy in regards to how he looks at himself. But I feel like it does help in the long run. But he still has to have a vulnerable moment with someone, probably Felt, where he strips everything that is not just Reinhardt. He needs a Subaru like Subaru having a lap pillow in episode 8 of season 1. And that would just be step 1, because oh boy, all the things Reinhardt is bottling up just for the sake of everyone else. Expecting him to always be Mr. Perfect is, he's probably gonna reach a breaking point at some point. But people like Felt and Subaru keep him at bay. We have another, oh yeah, Kitaka. I'm still like, there's something weird about the way that Kiritaka is just completely unscathed. Like, she just kidnapped him, and he just showed up in Priscilla's episode completely fine. I'm just saying, for the one guy, you know, the only person alive that knows where the witch's remains are, feels a little sketchy. But yeah, we had this interaction. When Subaru tells Reinhardt that he might not have been able to save Lily without him. So he thanks him and bows. But yeah, the important part here is that he's not thanking him, you know, as the sword saint Donal, but as Reinhardt the friend. And I think that's why Reinhardt take a bit of a step back. Yeah, he starts off by saying, to help you. I think it was because he was gonna say something very impersonal and very business-like, you know. Acting as the sword saint once again. But instead, he was like, now what am I doing? Not with him. So he starts again. And he just says, to help a friend was a tremendous honor. He was probably going to say something like, oh, to help you is just the sword saint's duty. You know, don't think about it or something. But no. To help a friend was a tremendous honor. That's Reinhardt talking as himself. So yeah, I really appreciate this very small moments that he gets. When people treat him as his own person and not just this unreachable symbol. But yeah, we have this little just warm conversation. Totally, like, don't get me wrong, the conversation is fine. And Emilia is 100% right in what she's saying. They should rejoice in the small wins they did get, of the life that they did save. But that just feels like, oh, alright, bet. Yeah? Just to gut punch you at the end with the Julius reveal. As if I didn't feel like conflicted enough about like, we only killed one archbishop. And there's still so much of the city destroyed and people lost. But yeah, that's it for the season. So, yeah. Also, Julius's relationship with his identity as a knight. That's also gonna get a lot of focus, I bet. But anyway, loved the season. I don't know if I loved it as much as season 1 and season 2, because I feel like those were more concentrated on the character writing and their relationships more than this one. But this is ReZero, so this was still amazing. If I have the time, I'll make a tier list and show it up in the screen on regards to how I feel about the characters now after arc 5. But yeah, we'll see. This was my reactions to Re:Zero Season 3. So if you enjoyed them, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.